cut me a couple of extra 16-inch 2x. Oh, hey there. Just caught me cutting up some wood here. We're getting ready to do some wheel cribs so we can get up under this Camaro a little bit better. Turn you around, I'll show you what we got going on. Most of you showing up to this video probably already know what wheel cribs are and why we would want to have them. However, some of you may not know. So for those that don't, let's go over it real quick. We have this Camaro behind me. It's a project car, 97. It has the LT1 in it. We just finished. Well, I say just, it's been in here for a while now. We've been working on a rear mount radiator setup that I'll show you in a second. You can see we have made some block adapters for the front up here. We're working on plumbing the car to the back to the radiator right now. The problem is very limited on space as far as how far we can get it up right now. So
I got fined for parking in a disabled bay. Yeah, it turns out you don't qualify if it's only erectile dysfunction.
The idea with the wheel cribs, we will build those and put them underneath the tires. I'm also building my set where my jack stands that we are currently using will sit on top if we want to. So it'll give us quite a bit of extra clearance under the car to work on it. And then we're just going to be finishing the plumbing of the lines back here to our rear radiator setup. You can see we have it all mounted and ready to go, so that'll be coming up here in future videos for the rest of the plumbing. But if you're interested in seeing the build on this radiator itself and the subframe that we mounted it on, videos are up on the channel now. Feel free to go check them out. But it just plumbs around here for this line, and it connects to the bottom of our expansion tank, and then our catch can on the other side of that. We also are going to have to run our fuel lines underneath the car as we took the stock tank out and are replacing it with the fuel cell. Again, we'll need access under the car to make sure all that is, clean and like we want it. So anyway, back to our programming, but this is what we're working on. This is why we're building the wheel cribs. So we've been putting the old Metabo to work, as you can see. This is what we came up with so far. We got 12-inch boards, 10 to a stack, 4 stacks for 4 cribs, okay? So then we're going to end up, these are our short boards, we'll end up with 16-inch boards, 4 stacks of 8. So then that will be a total of 10 of the shorts and 8 of the long boards for each stack. We're going to finish cutting those, we'll bring you right back. Wow. Okay. So not too bad outside of getting covered in sawdust. We'll keep going. Okay, so we made a big mess and a large pile of wood. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, so we got our makeshift table laid out here. We've got our initial wood set up on top of it here. We're starting with 12-inch pieces on the bottom and 16-inch pieces for the second layer, and we'll be alternating every layer after that. So there'll be 12 again, and then 16, then 12 and 16. Alright, couple of little things here that we want to do. First thing is when we go to screw, we want to alternate our screw locations. Okay, so we have, if we put the first 2 in this corner and this corner, then when we put the next board on, we will want to alternate that way to the opposite corners. Then the next board on top of that will alternate back the other way. That will just keep us from running into any kind of interference issues when running the screws in. You could use some kind of a square or something to help make sure that the box here stays in square and not getting out of shape. Our saw, we know, is pretty good and set up like we need it. We do a lot of work with it, so I trust that what we have is square cuts. So all I'm going to do is just line my edges up. You can get more carried away if you want to. I don't think it's necessary for this project. Like I said, the only other thing is pre-drilling our holes, especially the ones closest to the end. If you don't pre-drill them, they have a tendency to split the wood, and we really don't want that happening considering we're putting the whole vehicle on top of these things. So pre-drill, alternate our screws, alternate the stack, make sure it's squared up on the ends and flushed up together, and we should be in good shape. Let's get it. Alright, that's one crib done. I'm going to knock the next 3 out and we'll see y'all out back at the car. Alright, so we got our wheel cribs made. We got them under the car. Gave us a ton of extra room under there. Hope you guys got something out of this video, found it useful. Maybe it'll help you with a few ideas. I'm going to show you one extra thing here that I did. If you can see, I cut me a couple of extra 16-inch 2x4s. And a couple of 12-inch ones, and basically that will just allow me, if I'm putting something that's heavier on them, I can adjust the blocks. And also on the top, if I want to set a jack stand on the top, all I have to do is slide the extra board in, and we got support underneath that board for the next couple down, kind of distribute the weight a little bit better so everything's not resting just on a couple of 2x4s. Other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already done so, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you can follow along with this Camaro build. We're getting really close on this thing, hoping to have it done here really shortly. I feel like I've been saying that for a long time, but we should be in the short rows now for sure. Just got to do a couple of cooling lines and plumb the fuel system, and we actually got to pick up a fuel pump. So other than that, we will catch you guys on the next one. God bless.